Bob Hite, an entire career spent looking through the lens, looking beneath the surface, bringing you the story firsthand and hands-on. His environmental investigations have exposed cracks in the Skyway Bridge, illegal dumping of toxic batteries by the Coast Guard, and a new oil so hazardous the state banned it from Tampa Bay. News Channel 8's Bob Hite on your side with Earth News Environmental Investigations, because the environment is where you live.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Air Check. Crime and punishment, that's supposed to be the order of things, but with so many convicted criminals serving only fractions of their time these days, can we really say the punishment fits the crime? That's what the Sumter County Sheriff is wondering about the prisoners in a new federal prison built in his backyard. The question is it hard time or time off? Here's Mark Douglas on the inside.
From WFLA-TV, 8 on your side, this is News Channel 8 and 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gail Searins.
I'm Bob Hite. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lawrence Singleton spread grief coast to coast. Now we know more of the grief he caused his own family and the pains they took to protect the world from him. News Channel 8's Craig Smith spoke with a member of Singleton's family in an exclusive interview late tonight. What did they have to say, Craig?
Bob, that family member says Singleton's family understands the anguish of the victims.
How many batteries are down there? We can only venture a wild guess. How many lighted aids to navigation are there nationwide? And how many batteries over the years were disposed of from them in this fashion before the Coast Guard recognized it as an environmental hazard and discontinued the practice? In just a few minutes on the bottom, beneath one range marker in the bay, my dive partner and I found half a dozen batteries. Most of us associate paralysis with a stroke, but about a third of all patients also suffer memory loss and confusion. Until now, there was nothing doctors could do for that, but a new medication is in clinical trials that appears very promising.
Here's medical specialist Irene Mayer with more.
Then you have the spills that can't go unnoticed, as in the spill we suffered most recently after the ship collision in August of '93. While dramatically different, the two spills did have one thing in common, and that is that the oil that was spilled floated on top of the water, as oil has always done. This is number 6 fuel oil, the type that historically has been coming into the bay to fire our power plants and the like. Watch what happens when I pour it into this little bit of Tampa Bay. It floats. Like the old saying goes, oil and water don't mix. That's why we have a chance to clean up at least some oil spills with containment booms and skimmer boats, right? Well, not necessarily. Meet or emulsion, a new fuel that Florida Power and Light wants to start bringing into Port Manatee to fire its power plant near Parrish. Watch what happens when I pour this stuff into this little bit of Tampa Bay. A lot of people are wondering what good containment booms and skimmer boats will be against this.
The new oil slurry mixture that they're proposing to bring into Port Manatee really scares the hell out of me.
Fortunately, there have been no reports of any injuries. It's always amazing when we see video like that, that no one gets hurt.
Gonna have a bit of wind around here tomorrow.
A little bit of wind, little bit of rain, emphasis on a little bit.
And Fantasy 5, 3, 7, 9, 21, and 23.
We showed you this at 6, but you have to see it again. It's incredible.
Pretty funny,
We
yeah.
want you to meet Montero, the four-legged performer. The 3-year-old puppy prodigy can walk on his hind legs, spin a hula hoop, and there he's spinning the hula hoop. See, and yes, folks, he can even ride a bicycle. The Crafty Canine's trainer has been working with dogs for 30 years, but this is the first one to learn how to ride a bike, and this is all happening in Japan, by the way.
Well, he doesn't look like he's...
He can also shop at the Piggly Wiggly. That dog does it all, folks.
What does that mean?
I have no
knows?
idea. I think we better move along now.
You're jealous.
That's right.
Of what?
It must be Friday. The sweet sounds of auto racing and St. Petersburg. I am flabbergasted, actually.